But to know that how much you have worked hard is something really amazing, because I have known people, they code very less and then they say it's really complicated, और NIT वालों का ही होता है, IIT वालों का ही होता है, वो कुछ अलग से ही पढ़ते होंगे. They have to realize that everybody works hard. सबको उतनी मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, इतने घंटों कोड करना पड़ता है, तब जाके you get selected into companies, right? So this is something that was really valuable, I think, to all the people who are listening it. And one thing okay. So Shashank, now you work with Paytm, and now after that, because you have worked with amazing companies, and I must say in your tenure, and then you moved into McKinsey, and McKinsey and Company is a company which a lot of MBAs also target as consultant, and it is one of the biggest consulting firms. I would like to tell my viewers, it started in 1926, and Shashank worked there as data engineer. So how did that come, Shashank? Again, you wanted to do something new.
Yeah. So like my friends used to tell me this thing. Like folks have seen this movie Kick. So like I was like Kick nahi yeah. So again you said I was eager to try another thing. I opted this consultant profile as an experiment for me.
Okay.
Like I thought, I have worked for product company as well. I worked for a product and services company. Like first company was like a product and services. Second was a core product. Then I thought like I should look for this consulting environment, because I heard about McKinsey when I was in Opera Solutions, because there were a lot of guys who were from like IITs and IIMs. And from them I got to know about what McKinsey is and what's its value. So from that point I was like thinking for that, like maybe someday I'll try for that as well. So I got to know about like they have a role for this data engineering team, right? So I got a call from McKinsey, and I tried it. I'm very honest, I tried it as an experiment for me, like whether I'll be a good fit for this consulting environment, if I'll be a good fit, because the thing in consulting company that is really good, you will get a chance to work on different domains. Let's say someday I'm working on a finance project, maybe next day I'll be working on a telecom project, maybe on another day I'll be working on a healthcare sector. So you will get a really good exposure of data of different domains. So that thing was like making my mind trigger to go for this domain, to go for this profile that was for consulting data engineer. So
and how were their I'll say interview process, because was it more on the consult? They have, I think, something called as guesstimates also that they ask. So was that part there for you or not?
Yeah, so I'll try to explain that part as well. So first round was so guesstimates, and you can say the core aptitude part is basically for the consultants who are coming from this background, like MBAs and BBAs. We were like moreover for this technical part. So our interviews, yes, like managerial, or you can say the logical thinking or ability related tests were there as well. For us, first round was basically an online test. There were 2 coding questions, and there were 10-15 big data related questions and 2-3 SQL queries. So that was the first round. I cleared that. And second round was a telephonic round. It was like related to basically my projects and what I have done till now, and basic programming questions, and much more oriented to data warehousing concepts and SQL. Like in SQL, it was like between medium and average. Interviewer asked me about window functions and complex inner joins, and complex means nested queries, complex groups, group by queries related to that. And then it was a like face-to-face round on like their campus in Gurgaon campus. So the third round was a typical coding round, right? And coding and SQL. So first they asked me to write few SQLs. They given me a case study. Sorry. In third round, first part was like they prepared a cloud environment for me where they uploaded few CSV files and they prepared around 9 to 10 questions around that, and I had to write a Spark application for that on their laptop, and that should be working solution, right?
Okay.
So first thing was that it was like around 1.5 or like 1.5 hours long, and like they took a break of 2-3 hours. Then discussion happened around my solution first, like how I approached, how did I solve this question, and then there was a whiteboard. They started write some use case, and they asked me to write SQL queries for that. I write those queries. And then they jump on to the coding part actually. So first they asked me to this linked list related question. So I gave the approach for that. They were like fine with the approach. So they didn't ask me to write the code for it. Then they gave me a question related to binary search, and that question they asked me to implement it, and I like write that code on their whiteboard, and I can imagine that, but like their entire whiteboard was filled with my code because that was such a huge code, and that I would again mention this. So how was I able to solve that question? Because when I was in NIT, my basics and fundamentals were strong.
Exactly.
So that's why I was able to solve that questions. Like nowadays, whenever I used to appear on interviews, I just used to like brush up those fundamentals. Okay, deep, what was the complexity and how was I creating it, quickly write it with pen paper. I do not like keep on looking on different questions on Geeks for Geeks or on different platforms. I just revise my basics and just appear for the interview. So that was the round, and another round was like senior manager. Senior manager, you can say, more than that designation. That guy was having 17 years of experience in McKinsey. So that round was basically a completely managerial. He asked few logical related questions, like he gave me some questions and dummy data sets, and he asked like how do you calculate means and all that, how do you calculate this answer. So that round was there, and the last round was basically like with the head of India. So that was a good session. That was more related to my projects first, and then he started giving some real-time situations to me, and was expecting me to come up with an approach, not write a code or not to implement anything. He was just giving me real-time situations
to check basically how you think.
Yeah. So that means those were the rounds. Means I can say almost five rounds were there.
Okay, those were the 5 rounds. I think one thing that I can notice is, Shashank, that these rounds are really complex when you apply for McKinsey, where you apply for Paytm, and what people try to do is they try to learn so much of things in a very short time, right? Yeah. They have to understand that what journey you went through, or a typical person who makes into these companies goes through. There's a lot of coding that you have to do. You have to strengthen your fundamentals and make sure you are taking that right path. One day it will happen, it will come. Because ऐसा नहीं है कि उस दिन McKinsey में कुछ click हो गया कि याद आ गया. It was that years of hard work that you did behind, and you know how to approach that problem. Basically, the questions can change, but that approach remains same of how you are solving it.
Exactly.
Shashank, this was about. Yeah.
I was saying, like, your fundamentals are strong, that will help you very longer and will help you to grow in career. Will help you to crack interviews.
Yeah, and this applies to everything that you're learning. Whenever you're learning a new technology, start with the very basics. Why it was started, what problem it solves, ye kyun nahi hota, wo kyun nahi hota. Ask a lot of questions, as you have told me, approach the people who have done it. So if you're starting to learn Java and there is somebody who is a Java expert, Java software developer, try and get an approach from him so that the amount of mistakes are reduced. The mistakes are going to be there and you will learn from it, but so that period of learning is reduced. I think that is something that people need to learn. So this was Shashank about McKinsey, and then finally you made it to the company that, I think you had shared a post on LinkedIn that it took you 3 attempts, and after NIT, when you could not even clear your first round, finally you made it into Amazon. So tell us about that process in detail.
Yeah. So as I said, like most of the folks have asked me, like, so why did you left McKinsey just within 4 months? So as I said, like now I'm sharing my experience. Like I opted this profile as an experiment for me. So, but soon I realized I am a kind of guy who is looking for a new challenge, and that kind of environment you can get in a product-based company, right? So that is a really important. If you have to face this situation, like you experimented something and you have to be really good with your decisions making. So I quickly realized it. I didn't spend that much of time. If I would have spent 7 or 8 months, maybe I would have committed in too many things with McKinsey. Then it would have been hard for me as well to move into a company or move into a product-based company, right? So you have to be really good with your decisions as well. So I quickly realized it, and I got an opportunity for this data engineering role from Amazon. So I'll tell about the was basically every round was from Seattle, right?
Okay.
And means on their platform, which is Amazon Chime. That is a video conferencing platform. So, and first round was basically a technical discussion. There were questions around SQL, Python scripting, and few big data concepts. And second round was again a mix of these, like questions related to segmented sieve. That is a coding question actually. And again, there were SQL queries related questions. They are data warehousing questions. And in third round, it was like mix of project discussion and SQL queries and big data concepts and the work frames I have worked with. And the fourth round was basically a bar raiser. Okay, so bar raiser in Amazon, the bar raiser round is basically they test you on leadership principle. So in Amazon, there is a very popular round. Which is bar raiser. So they will test you on different situations. They will put different kind of real time of situations, like did you work on strict timelines? If something failed from your end, how did you convey it to your manager? How did you convey it to your colleagues? Did you have any conflicts with your peers or managers? How did you resolve this? They will try to ask such kind of questions. If somebody who has worked in these environment would be like able to answer these questions, and they are really focused on their leadership principles. So whenever you will appear on Amazon interview, they will provide you a PDF which will consist like around 14 leadership principles.
Okay.
Looking at that, there will be indirect questions related to those leadership principles, and that is bar raiser is really important round for anybody to crack it, and that hard one as well, because sometimes it can be core managerial or leadership, and sometimes they can involve few technical questions into it as well, just to check whether you are a good fit for a company or not. And after that, the final round was with the hiring manager. It was like related to my background and the project kind of work I have worked with. She was like impressed with that part, and yeah, I cracked it. Now I'm in my dream company, which took almost 3 years and 3 attempts for me.
One thing, Shashank, that I can say is you have, and one thing that I really like is you did not give up. you kept
Yeah.
on trying, whether it was to get through NIT, whether it was in Opera Solutions, which you got selected in your campus, whether it was working for Paytm, or whether it was for Amazon. And when you seriously actually work on these qualities, when you know that you want to get the basics right, and then an opportunity will come someday, sometime
Yeah.
it will come, and you will crack it. And this is something I think the students can learn, that now it does not matter which college you are from. In fact, even there are companies who have, and as you've mentioned before, who have said that they don't even need a degree. If you are,
Yeah.
if you can, you have that much of coding skills, and I'm just talking about engineering, there are other fields also, that much of coding skills, and if you're qualified enough, you can very well come and work with them, because what they want to see is that you actually solve a real life problem, and if you have that attitude or not. And I think, Shashank, with it was really amazing, talking to you and getting to know these things. I have also completed my engineering in information technology, but I was more of a management kind of a person, so I moved into MBA, and right now I'm pursuing it. But
Yeah.
to know that how much you have worked hard is something really amazing, because I have seen people, I have known people, they code very less, and then they say it's really complicated, और NIT वालों का ही होता है, IIT वालों का ही होता है, वो कुछ अलग से ही पढ़ते होंगे. They have to realize that everybody works hard. सबको उतनी
Yeah.
मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, इतने घंटों कोड करना पड़ता है, तब जाके you get selected into companies, right? So this is something that was really valuable, I think, to all the people who are listening it. And one thing that, Shashank, I wanted to ask was that, if let's say a student comes who is in first year or second year, or is thinking of starting engineering, so what should be his roadmap? Let's say he want to become a software developer engineer for a very good company. I will not say one particular company, because if you do really well, you can make it to any companies. So what roadmap, from where should he start, what languages he should learn, how much time for coding, how much time learning other aspects like operating system, RDBMS? Just tell us about that.
Yeah, so being a fresher, as I have talked about this, if you are a fresher, do not, first thing which is really important, do not take pressure on your mind. Like, you will find people around you who are really smart than you, who are really good in coding skills, and what would happen, you will start comparing yourself, because you are noob into coding, you are noob into this field. So first thing, do not take pressure on your mind. Try with a very simple roadmap. Start building your logical ability first. Pick one programming language. In college time, everybody start with C programming. That was the base of every program, right? So start with that, okay? And learn the basics first. What are the basics? What are the data structures are available in that? What logical components are available in C, right? Try to learn those basics first, and then start code, right? And in coding as well, like, do not try to jump on random topics. Just keep it very simple. Arrays, string, linked list, trees, graph, then heaps, advanced data structures like segmented, trie, and searching algorithms, sorting algorithms. So keep it in like that way. And this is the thing, and just keep on keep on writing codes. Not, you can say, not just code on your laptop or on platforms. Try to write codes on using pen paper, because when you will be facing the interview rounds, they will ask you to write codes on pen paper. Your first thought should be, if you are solving a question, quickly write at least a pseudo code on your pen paper, and then solve on your terminal, and means a functional code, right? So that's how you can proceed. And for nowadays, this LinkedIn is a really good platform. LinkedIn, I would say, sorry, Geeks for Geeks is a really good platform for freshers. Like, if you think you want questions on a level wise, on a category wise, you can jump onto that platform. They have everything for you. Always start from basics first, then medium level questions, then jump onto the hard questions. And when you feel really comfortable with your fundamentals and logical thinking, you are quickly able to think on an approach, then put yourself into this competitive programming zone. Try to get a taste of it. I won't say like kill yourself, kill your time like entire day and night doing competitive programming. No, do not do that. Have a taste of it. Like how, like take a participation in hackathon competition, hacker competition, code chefs. Take a part in it. Try to solve questions. Like improve yourself in your coding skills, right? And in parallel, these subjects are really important. Database management system, operating system, oops one set, right?
Right.
And automata, right? So these subjects are really important. So keep focus on that as well. Like do not get away, do not run away from these subjects. Like thoroughly study those subjects as well. They will help you to crack your interviews, and they will help you really well to implement those real world challenges when you will be in the IT industry, right? And the most important thing is do not copy paste the projects. Do not to create projects which are like kind of old school. Like I'll take a project of e-commerce where PHP is being used and backend is written in this. I will submit it. No, there are a hell lot of things available right now in the market, and you can't even imagine like how good tier 3 guys are doing in this part. Like
Exactly.
they have started working on such amazing projects, like even starting from their second year. They are working on ML projects, data science, augmented reality, image processing. Like I was really shocked. Like I was, when I used to see such kind of posts on LinkedIn, I was thinking, God, I wish I could have got such kind of guidance or learning when I was in NIT, so that I
Right.
could have worked on those amazing technologies. So I would really recommend those guys. And even if you are thinking about a backend development, so there are really good things which are now into this backend development. You should write, you should use new frameworks like Spring. You should work upon micro services, web services, how we are writing REST APIs. Okay, and even the front end development, new technologies have come like React.js, Node.js. Okay, so these things have come. Even if you are thinking of a old school project, so try to write it as a modern and try to replicate with these modern technologies, right? So
Right.
that's how you can learn new things and you can make your career into it. So follow these things, your fundamentals, basics, your coding part, your problem solving skills, your other subjects which are related to your placements. Have a good project, start working upon different projects, keep exploring yourself, keep exploring new domains. Do not think you are a noob or you are a fresher, so then you do not have, you are not supposed to think about the external things that are running in IT industry. No, you are the one who are going to make it to the IT industry. You are the future of IT industry. So you
Exactly.
should explore yourself, and you should explore those things as well. Like what's new is going on in this IT industry, what new technology, what kind of new fields are coming in, so that you can pre-plan the things. Okay, full stack development has come. That's really fascinating. It is a
Right.
combination of front end and back end. I should opt it. That will have a really good future. So try to think in that perspective. Don't always try to think as a noob that your basic target is placement. Somehow I have to crack the placement and I'll keep on working on codings and learn these subjects. That's it. I'll crack the interview. No, don't do that. Think on your personal development, your technical development. That will help you in IT industry.
I think Shashank, that will really help, and that is a great insight. Uh, and one thing that people don't do is they will learn some amount of coding and then they will directly start jumping, as you told me, into competitive programming. So they have to spend enough time building the base, because otherwise they lose their confidence. Then they'll think that programming is something that doesn't naturally come to me and I should quit it. and then all these things start happening. I did not get a very good college and all that. So
Yeah, I
one thing-
used to get
Yeah.
like messages from freshers, sir, I'm not able to make logic. Questions are really tough and all that. Then I asked, how many times have you read about heap? How many times have you read about binary tree? He said, sir, I know binary tree. How much do you know about binary tree? He said, sir, this is the traversal and this is the complexity. I used to say, no, dude, you do not know anything about binary tree.
Exactly.
Just again, open your books and try reading about binary tree, why we use it, where to use it, and then go back and solve that question.
Exactly. And one more thing, if you see, Shashank, uh, one thing that students have to develop is that ability to become those creators. For example, if you see these giants like as Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, they all started in US because somebody thought, why not solve a problem when Mark Zuckerberg started? Why not create a platform where everybody can come and share their post? And that's how that company started. So rather than, saying that, okay, I have to solve this problem, as you've mentioned that people copy paste projects, okay, this has been done in the past, so teacher isi ke marks de denge, kuch nahi. Try to look for real world problems. For example, even this COVID-19, yes, it's an unfortunate situation, but then it's an opportunity also, because a lot of things will go online and a lot of unique startups will come up. So I think one thing that engineers, students, MBAs should develop is that ability to think and try to solve problems, right? As you have told me, and that will require a lot of amount of curiosity. You just don't have to learn a few code and then get a job. And engineering is a wonderful thing that people don't understand. India में तो joke है कि एक पत्थर उठा के मारो तो या तो एक अनएम्प्लॉयड आदमी को लगेगा या एक इंजीनियर को लगेगा, या तो वो एक अनएम्प्लॉयड होगा और इंजीनियर होगा. और वो इसलिए क्योंकि लोग बेसिक पे और अपने बेसिक जो फंडामेंटल से उस पर ज्यादा पार्ट स्पेंड नहीं करते, थोड़ी सी चीजें ट्राई करते हैं और फिर बोलते हैं कि मैं फेल हो गया. और जैसे आपने वो चीज मेंशन की और जब इंजीनियरिंग में था, एंड आई रियली लाइक्ड कोडिंग, बट जो लेट अस सी का कोड होता है, वुड कोड फॉर मेनी आवर्स टुगेदर, बट देन आई रियलाइज दैट वाज नॉट माय कॉलिंग. सो दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग. ये एक जो पार्ट होता है कि लोग ये बोलते हैं कि मैं लॉजिकली नहीं सोच पाता. जैसे मुझे अगर एन क्वीन का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना है कि हाउ डू यू प्लेस दोस क्वींस सो दैट दे डायगोनली एंड डू नॉट क्रॉस ईच अदर, तो वो लॉजिक कैसे डेवलप करूं? एंड द ओनली आंसर इज, और ये किसी भी फील्ड में है, कि यू ट्राई, फिर से ट्राई करो, सोचो, स्लीप विद द प्रॉब्लम एज दे से, कैसे होगा, लॉजिकली क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, एंड दैट इज हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू डेवलप इट. सो अगर कोई Amazon में, if somebody is working in Apple, it is because they have done that much amount of hard work. I'll tell you an incident, Shashank. I have a senior who is working in Seattle in Amazon only. He is working as a software development engineer. When he started, he told me that in the first 3 or 4 months, he would not even understand what is Let Us See by Yashwant Kanetkar. That is the book that everybody starts with. But then he read that book for almost 7 to 8 times to understand everything. C structure kya hai, database kya hai, pointer kya hai. And now he's working, and everybody knows that how prestigious a job is when you're working with Amazon. So, and the whole point of doing this interview you were saying something.
Yeah, that's I was mentioning, like, dude, you have to work on the basics. If you are thinking to take a jump from 0 to 100, that is not going to happen at all. You should keep it like in smaller chunks, and like you will feel really happy when you are getting success in smaller steps. Even you are like, let's you are trying to make a jump from 0 to 100, you will get a happiness for a single time. But if you are taking jumps of 10 steps, you will get happiness 10 times. So just think on that perspective, and dreaming, make big dreams, that is really important. But how to achieve it by keeping your path very simple and straight, that is really important actually.
Exactly. And the whole point why we are doing this interview is not because कि we'll give you a hack कि Amazon कैसे क्रैक करना है. वो YouTube पे बहुत सारे वीडियोस रहते हैं, 10 दिन में Amazon क्रैक करो, 5 दिन में Facebook क्रैक करो. The whole idea is to bring to the students who are potential engineers or जो भी है, the stories that how somebody worked hard, worked his way through and made it to a company, so that you can learn from it. And being conducting this interview, Shashank, I can say that it's an amazing story that you have come from. You come from a really humble background. लोगों के पास बहुत सारी facilities होती हैं. They have start भी नहीं करते, MacBook होती है हाथ में. They don't realize its potential. लेकिन your father being a taxi driver, आपने IIT कर लिया होता अगर if money was not an issue, but still you worked your way hard through NIT. और finally जो वो deserve करता है, there is a quote that you are where you deserve. Finally, you have actually got to a place where you deserve. So this is an amazing story. And I would like to say to all the people who are listening to this, all the budding engineers, work hard, learn from what Shashank has done, his experiences. There are a lot of portals, lot of information available out there in the market. Approach your seniors. खुद ही सारी चीजें मत करने लगो. अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है, टॉक टू पीपल कि ये कैसे सॉल्व होगी, आपने कैसे किया है, एंड देन यू विल गेट टू वेयर यू वांट टू बी. और कुछ भी ओवरनाइट नहीं होगा. एज दिस इज अ फेमस कोट बाय लायनेल मेसी, आई थिंक, कि दैट ओवरनाइट सक्सेस टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ नाइट्स टू कम ओवर. एक रात में तो कुछ भी नहीं हो जाता, बहुत बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. सो शशांक, विद दिस आई विल से थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर कमिंग ऑन टू द शो and giving your valuable insights. और मुझे लगता है काफी लोग जो इसको सुन रहे हैं उनको काफी कुछ सीखने मिलेगा. And the reason that we are doing this in a form of a very detailed interview is to understand the whole story. सिर्फ एक दो पार्ट नहीं दिखाना हम चाहते हैं. We want to cover that whole story of an individual की what he went through. क्योंकि apart from solving coding problems, there are other problems also, as you have mentioned me. 18 किलोमीटर साइकिलिंग करनी पड़ती थी, वो एक अलग ही प्रॉब्लम है. उसके बाद जाके यू स्टार्ट कोडिंग. एंड वन मोर थिंग इज, एज यू हैव मेंशन्ड, ये बात समझनी बहुत जरूरी है कि फ्रॉम वेयर यू आर स्टार्टिंग. आज आप जहां से स्टार्ट कर रहे हो, शायद जो दूसरा स्टूडेंट हो उसने बहुत अपने 4 या 5 एक ही एज से ही कोडिंग करना शुरू कर दिया होगा, क्योंकि शायद उसके पापा बहुत बड़े सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर हैं या उसको शुरू से ही गाइडेंस होगी. सो दैट इज ओके. डोंट कंपेयर फर्स्ट चैप्टर ऑफ योर लाइफ विद 20th chapter of somebody else. Everybody will work hard and will get there. So that is what I had to say. Shashank, thank you very much once again. And once this interview will go live, I think people will learn a lot from it, and this would be really insightful. And okay, one thing that we really forgot was, Shashank, that you have a YouTube channel also. So tell us about that part. I think you have almost tried everything from McKinsey to Amazon to Paytm and then a YouTube channel. So tell us about your YouTube channel part.
So actually, I started this channel because the kind of struggle because I was like keep on getting messages from like freshers, aspiring students, even from working professional, like having 7, 8 years of experience, like how to crack these companies, and your profile looks amazing. How did you like crack these companies, and how did you prepare yourself? How was your journey, right? And apart from that, I was feeling like there are YouTube channels, like they are running on a particular domain. Let's say somebody has started a channel on a big data. That guy is covering only the aspects of big data. So I wanted to create a platform where I could connect with peers only. That's why I said I have learned from smart peers. So in 3 or 4 years of time, I am really connected with really smart people. I didn't think about to bring like a really fascinating or very popular guy onto my channel. I thought I should just connect with the peers who have worked on different and really amazing products, and who have some hidden success stories in their life, right? To bring on my platform and to basically deliver or to convey the knowledge of interview process of different tech giant companies, not even tech giants, and like mid-level companies, like how they are doing, and covering different tech stack. Let's say what is full stack, what you should learn, and how to crack, what kind of questions being asked for that particular profile, and even for a beginners, like how if you are thinking about competitive programming. So it's overall combinations for freshers till the experienced guy, and this is like my target audience, and my target domain is everything is available in IT industry. I will cover it on my channel. Soon you will be like, you will see a lot of interviews on my and a lot of videos on my channel that are related to emerging IT technologies, and
Right.
like will conduct these sessions with the peers who are actually working on them, and they won't belong to a really good college or like really good company, but
Right.
they are the guy who have done a lot of effort to get into that position and to get a chance to work for that particular domain. So I just want to showcase, and I just want to like visualize this thing to the audience. Yes, this is available in the market, guys. You should
Right.
look at it.
I think, Shashank, this is a wonderful initiative, and people should go and learn from it, because the people who are actually doing it and are in the industry, if they are telling you this is how it is done, then इससे अच्छा live example आप कुछ और देख ही नहीं सकते हो, because those guys have actually worked on it. It's like Virat Kohli telling you how to bat. So इसमें कौन doubt करेगा, because those are the people who are actually learning from it. So I think that's a wonderful initiative, and I would like to tell that the name of the channel is eBridge, e-learning bridge. Am I right, Shashank? Yeah, and I will put the description about information about the channel in the description of this video. You can go there, you can check it out, because and it is not just for people say that it might the main aim of doing this is so that using technology we are making information available, right?
Yeah.
Because rather than सिर्फ blame करने से कि college अच्छा नहीं है, teachers अच्छे नहीं है, let us try to help each other. If one guy has made it, let us try to learn from him. And I think not many people are doing this, because there are some people who have made it into good companies and they want to keep that as a secret. But you have just come out and sharing this knowledge. I think this is something, Shashank, really, really wonderful, and you are an inspirational story. So I wish you all the best for your future ahead. I see you working for really big companies on very big projects maybe in the future, and we will connect in the future too. In fact, we will keep on touch on LinkedIn and through various modes we have connected, and it was amazing.
Sure, thanks a lot for featuring me, and I really appreciate such kind of initiatives where people connect with peers and try to basically convey or these messages, these success stories to the viewers, because there are people who are looking for motivations, who are looking for inspiration and looking for guidance. Maybe my experience, even if my experience is able to inspire one single person and that I will able to make in his dream company one day, I would be really happy, and I would think, yep, my contribution was successful. So yep, thanks a lot for featuring me, and I hope and I really and my good wishes for your channel. Just keep doing this great stuff, and yep, we will keep in touch, man.
Thank you so much, Shashank.